Good evening, everyone, and welcome back to Michigan Time. I'm Nicole Winthrop.
And I'm Hila Kalra. Here are our stories tonight.
Joe Burrow and the Cincinnati Bengals beat Patrick Mahomes and the Chiefs in the AFC Championship and will move on to the Super Bowl to face the Los Angeles Rams this Sunday. Following his loss, Mahomes was seen being comforted by his younger brother and TikTok star, Jackson Mahomes, doing a dance to Bad Day by Daniel Powter. Later on, Burrow, an OSU transfer, said when asked about his time in Columbus, "I do not recall much of my time there, but my nose certainly does."
In other news in the NFL, after 2 nameless seasons, the Washington football team has been rechristened the Washington Commanders. In other news, the Delaware Dominance baseball team will face off against the Seattle Submissives this Sunday. Go Subs.
And let's not forget about Michigan sports. The Michigan women's basketball team defeated Indiana, a top 5 opponent, on Monday. Many Indiana basketball players were found hiding under the seats of Chrysler Arena in order to avoid heading back to Bloomington.
Speaking of quivering rodentia, the Squirrel Feeding Club is encouraging students to feed squirrels during the winter. But the last time I fed my nut to a squirrel, I was charged with a felony, so choose wisely, people.
Former Michigan President Mark Schlitzel was offered a tenured job as a biology professor. Many students were outraged at these developments, but it seems pretty natural to me. When my mom and dad got divorced and my dad moved out, my mom still paid my dad $2 million per year to be my babysitter.
The LSA student government announced that they're allocating more money for campus organizations. Man, I love the student government. They really accomplish a lot and represent the interests of the students well. Truly the best of the leaders and the best. Can we have our money now?
The residence halls crack down on raw dogging. As of recently, every RA is required to leave free condoms and masks in the common spaces of their dorms. These efforts are all in the hopes of stopping a surge in positive COVID tests and positive pregnancy tests. I lost my pen.
Continuing on with more COVID news, a law firm investigates Michigan hockey over allegations of COVID deception. Upon finding positive tests, players reportedly told officials, "It's literally always like that. You're being so crazy right now. I think your friends are messing with your head because they hate me for some reason."
I've heard that one before. Speaking of liars, the Joe Rogan show recently came under fire from artists Neil Young and Joni Mitchell for spreading COVID-19 vaccine misinformation. After pulling their catalogs from the streaming platform, Rogan faced pressure to change his format, to which he will begin, quote, "including more COVID-19 experts," end quote. On a Spotify podcast, when asked to elaborate on his decision, Rogan said, "I didn't mind the departure of those fucking hippies, but I couldn't stand the thought of potentially losing my favorite band, Nickelback."
Elon Musk offered a Florida teen $5,000 to delete a Twitter account that tracks the billionaire's private jet. Consequently, the teen turned down the offer, asking for $50,000. Now, come on, $50,000? Elon could buy a year's worth of food with that money. Of course, this might be difficult due to the shortage of Duracell batteries.
In more campus news, there have been growing concerns of illness spreading around campus in recent weeks, with the university's email detailing a positive case of meningitis. Meningitis. It's very serious. But I would definitely be okay with a gentleman in meningitis because Valentine's Day is coming up. Am I right? Yep. All right, let's go to the next one.
Maybe you'll get lucky this Valentine's Day, Nicole. The incoming class of 2026 Michigan students collectively announced their class Facebook group that they like to go out, but are also down for a chill night in. They're looking for a gym buddy, and they're planning on rushing. Go Blue.
Following an ordinance passed by the Ann Arbor City Council, the university will provide menstrual products across all 670 main floor restrooms in academic and student-facing buildings. Here's a clip that one student shared with us with his thoughts on that.
Listen, it's nice and all that the university is providing free tampons to women, but I literally already keep a bunch in my backpack in case a woman ever needs. And I know it's not something most men do, but I just feel like they're already going through enough sexism, and I just want to let them know that there's still nice guys like me out there who still are really looking out.
As announced last Tuesday, Ann Arbor Bowling Alley Bellmark Lanes will soon be replaced by a Tesla dealership. Quote, "I'm glad to see that the younger members of our community will now have a home. The older generation has been running things for too long," said a local virgin.
Big snow last week brought out the snowball fight tradition at University of Michigan. The only downside? No biting rule. That's right. If you bite your opponent in a snowball fight, the students will say, "Dude, what's wrong with you?" and make you sit out of the game.
Give me another co-host. And while others built snowmen and went sledding last week, someone took advantage of the fresh snowfall by creating a large phallic image on the tennis courts by Palmer Field. Many fans of the game say it's the biggest dick they've seen on a tennis court since Novak Djokovic.
Well, that's all for tonight, folks.
Thanks for tuning in to Michigan Time. See you next week,
And go Subs! Yes!
For real.